I took a big breath in front of the door. I mean, she's not even a real human being, nor a devil, nor an angel. It's just... Wait, no, God, whatever. I keep getting mixed up. But why? Why not me? I took a big breath in front of the door. Today was a school day despite being in the middle of the Swedish summer break. It was absolutely meaningless, just like the rest of the Japanese government nowadays. Oh man, it took me a second to realize that there. Just like, oh, well played. However, even if it was meaningless, I'd have to have a date with Miss B later if I ignored it. So to make sure that we got to the school on time, I had to make sure Primula got ready in a hurry. You know, I think like at the end of all this, when we complete all the other routes, well, there's only this route and Shia's route after this. I think I'll do like a kind of bonus thing where we'll revisit Kaide's route, but like, you know, properly. Like parts we haven't seen, because there's clearly some scenes that we didn't see, because there's CG missing that isn't on like the page of those scenes. So I doubt it is any of those. But anyway, she doesn't usually take that long to get ready. Wouldn't it be Kaide's job as a girl to check on her? Then again, she did everything around the house even in the morning, so she likely didn't have time. I've made a mistake before with this, so I have to make sure. Hey, Primula, I'm coming inside. You made the same mistake before, you dumbass! I called on her and knocked on the door. Don't open the door, you dumbass! You're supposed to knock first. You don't knock, then enter. That's what my dad does. Just knock on the door, immediately open the door. The point of knocking on the door is to check if anyone's there. Wait for an answer, and wait for the answer to be like, okay, you can come in now. You're supposed to do that, you moron! I heard her panicked voice, and decided the best choice of action is to open the door, right? Then I heard something crashing. Primula, are you okay? Wait, maybe he didn't open the door then. No answer, she didn't fall and hit her head, did she? I put my hand on the doorknob in a hurry. Huh? My brain froze for a moment. Primula was stunned, but at the next moment... Man, this is very different to the first time this happened, isn't it? She didn't even react the last time. She started to scream like it was the end of the world. It's an accident! I know you know that I didn't do this on purpose. I felt a huge hit on my face. I didn't know if it was the white one or the black one, but I could tell she threw one of the cats. Then a pillow. Next, the bigger cat, the things flew across the room, one after the other. This was bad. She didn't have much in her room, so pretty soon she could start throwing French or maybe even use her power. If she uses that, then goodbye. Seriously. I'm sorry! Well, just dart at the room already. I darted from her from the room in a hurry. Not like before getting hit a million times first. Oh god, if I stayed, I think I'd have died by now. It wouldn't have been my life. This whole neighborhood could have disappeared. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I knew Primula had enough power to do that. Anyway, I think her reaction was different. No shit. She didn't react at all before, but today she got so worked up. Did something happen to her? I turned around but didn't hear anything from her room anymore. Then suddenly, and there was no more. Route over, no. Seriously, man, does the voice actress have that much range? Seriously, it went from like this kind of I am indifferent to everything tone, that's just... And then this, it just seems so freaking different. I heard a knock on my door while I was getting ready for bed. The door opened a little and I could see purple hair through the crack. Primula, sure I'm still up. I walked over to the door and invited her into my room. What is it? You're not going to say you want to sleep here again, are you? I smiled, rather remembering what happened last time. It had been about a month since that happened.
違うの。
Primula shook her head, a blush on her face.
明日空いてる？
Tomorrow? I don't think I have anything planned.
じゃあ明日デートしよう。
Dates? D-A-T-E. Her words hadn't quite registered, and I repeated them back to her. But Primula looked at me seriously and said it loud and clear.
デートしたいの。
What's this all of a sudden?
だってまずはそこからだって。朝と枯葉が。
Asa-senpai and Korea-senpai. Come to think of it, Primula had been going to the academy's pool during the day. So, they're the ones who told you to do this, huh?
お兄ちゃんは私とデートは嫌だ？
Don't worry, Primula is not a straight guy on earth who'd refuse you when you ask like that. Just don't do it to Itsuki, he'll rape you on the spot. Wow. Very blunt at that, holy shit. Wait, wait, he's really that bad? No, surely not. Whoa. Whoa. Much. No. So you want us to go somewhere together, right? Or, I don't even know.
遊びに行くんじゃなくてデート？
Asa-senpai, what did you tell her? Sometimes I could see a fanged demonic face behind her cheerful mask. Okay, I'm free tomorrow, so let's go on a date. Then, should we leave around 10?
でも
Hmm?
でもデートは外で待ち合わせるものだって。
I guess that's what girls want. Don't you think we can be together longer if we leave the house together? Being somewhere for a date would be a little embarrassing, especially when we live together.
デートって普段味わえないドキドキを味わうものだから必ず待ち合わせなさいって。
If it's at the fountain thing, then that's so predictable.
待ち合わせ場所に女の子がなかなか来なくってそわそわしながら何度も時間を確認したりその後のことを妄想してニヤニヤ笑いしてる男の子を見て楽しむものだって。そんな男の子を見ながら何をおごってもらうか何を買ってもらうか存分に考え楽しんでエンジェルスマイルで登場した後にごめんねの一言で虜にすることだって。
Wait. So, deliberately take your time. Then when you arrive a bit late or something, you just be like, oh, sorry I'm late. And then you just be like, oh, it doesn't matter at all. You're just like, okay, what should I have him buy me? What the hell?
それを皮切りに骨の髄までしゃぶり尽くすことだって。
What? Asa-senpai, what in the world are you teaching her? I rolled my sleeves up and got ready to rush out of the house, but Primula friendly stopped me.
ダメ、お兄ちゃん今言っちゃダメ。
Don't stop me, Primula. There are times when a guy has to stand up for
お
himself.
兄ちゃんが今ガツンとやるのは私とのデートのことを決めることなの。
So you want to meet somewhere for our date, huh?
ごっくり。
You're not going to suck the marrow from my bones, are you?
それは間違ってるんだって。今のお兄ちゃん見てて。
Jesus Christ. Primula looked down, trying to hide her embarrassment.
ダメ。
I guess this is same as being knocked out. Okay. She smiled ecstatically. Man, whoever wrote this route really must have I'd make it just like, let's make these scenarios as awkward as possible. 9:30 in the morning, 30 minutes before we'd agreed. I guess it isn't at the, wait, isn't this the school? Or is it somewhere in town? I forget what the school even looked like. Wait, this is definitely not a school now that I recall. I think it's in the town. Itsuki said that the more time we spent waiting for a girl, the more mature we looked. Indeed, I think guys should be the ones to wait on such an occasion. That's why I set my alarm for an hour and a half prior to our date, but why was she already gone when I woke up? I could see a dollish girl standing out in the crowd. Everyone who passed her turned around and took a second look. I guess she'll be attracting people everywhere we go today. I went out with Ganeshi and Nerene all the time, so I was used to people looking at me. But today it would be a slightly different type of attention. Yes, I imagine so. For a moment I thought Asa-senpai might be stalking us, but I changed my mind. She wasn't the type to ball an innocent girl, quite the opposite actually. It's time to collect the princess. Primula kept nervously checking the clock at the station. Does it even... Where the hell are the hands? I see no hands on that clock. Unless they're blended in that well. I didn't see the expressionless girl from the first time we met anymore. What I saw was a beautiful, quiet girl. Thanks for waiting, Primula. When she saw me, Primula made a large smile and ran towards me. Then she hugged me. Jealousy, envy, curiosity, and amazement. We were getting all kinds of stares, but I repelled them with trained spiritual strength. Hey guys, I'm supposed to wait for girls on dates. Didn't Asa-senpai tell you that? You're too early. Be careful next time. As I laughed, I patted Primula on the head. She returned my affection with a happy smile. She hugged me tight. Okay, now we're at the fountain. You remember here well, don't you? This was where she showed her first emotions in the rain, and is also Shiori's favorite place, but that's a different story, literally. The place where she had changed. Wait, was it? I'm not sure, but there was always scenes at the fountain. I just came to pick you up, though. As I remember that night, I took a seat on the empty bench. Primula sat next to me. Which bench was it then? The sun was still strong as it shone with a loud sound effect through the clear sky, but the breeze felt nice. Even the noise from the cicada sounded rather comforting. That's what it was then. Jesus Christ, can you imagine waking up to that kind of sound? You'd be like, what the fuck is that? Primula looked up to the sky and closed her eyes. Like, imagine that, but even louder. Like, freaking so loud. It just, like, makes it seem like there must be millions of them, like, right out your house. Just, like, wake up! Shh! No, admittedly, I ain't really paying much attention in this part, am I? Focus. If you didn't know, it stands to a reason, but it's more important than you know now. That you know now. Just remember everything you've learned. There's still plenty of stuff that I don't know, though. Well, there'll always be something that someone doesn't know, because, you know, there are things that you just will never know in your life, and therefore there are things like that you don't know in your life, and you try to focus on them, it's impossible, because there's so many things you won't know in your life. Because it's just that many things. Primula nodded with a smile and put her head on my shoulder. Like you could devote your entire life to learning something, and you still wouldn't be able to, you know everything. There aren't any stuffed animals, but I see some keychains in this claw machine. Do you want to try? Of course, I already put the money in, so either you do it or someone else will. I don't use this kind myself. That sound. Failure! Too bad, try again.
次こそ取る。
It also kind of reminds me of Canon as well with this. Remember the claw machine? You're getting serious, that's how people destroy themselves. You've got to be calm. You've got to focus. Too bad.
絶対取る。お兄ちゃん、もう一回。
Here.
ダメ、次。
Is that sound effect gonna be looped the entire time there? That sound effect. I can't remember the last time I ever used a claw machine, to be honest.
One more chance!
Did I create this monster? My stash of coins disappeared at such a high speed I felt a little sad about it.
ここのケーキ、美味しい。
You know, at that rate it was going, I was expecting to blow up the machine. Of course, Asa-senpai recommended this place. There are many things to enjoy while eating delicious cakes.
何を楽しむの？
Since we're on a date, I guess we could start with a good conversation.
そうなんだ。でも、そうだよね。今、デート中なんだもん。
She looked down in embarrassment. I could hear people talking about us.
ねえねえ、あの子かわいい。お人形さんみたいっていうのかな、ああいうの。
They always make that comment, and at the same time, they're quite accurate in saying so, because she's an artificial life.
うわー、ほんとだ。理想的美形兄弟。いいなぁ。
I feel weird. Yeah, the whole scenario is, isn't it? Still, I'm glad you got that keychain.
でも、ごめんなさい。かなりお金使わせちゃって。
Now come to think about it, it makes this even more weird when it gets around to those scenes. I mean, before it even begun, it already felt like this just feels weird, man. And then when she got her emotions, it's like, this is getting gonna be real weird, man. And like, now their current relationship, this is gonna be extra weird now, man. Don't worry about that, just think of it as a present from me. A good number of bills disappeared, but Primula had fun, and that's what mattered most. But I was glad Korea-senpai wasn't on duty that day. If she was, everything would have been reported back to Asa-senpai. She was
帰る
there.
前に、もう一箇所だけ寄りたい。
The whole time she was hiding there. No. Maybe she was, you never know. One more place?
うん。8年前、お兄ちゃんが一人の魔族と会った場所。
The sun's gone
お
down.
兄ちゃんは8年前の時のことどれくらい覚えてるの？
Let's see, 8 years ago. Can't remember much from that year, to be honest. Oh, wait, you mean him? To tell you the truth, I hardly remember any of it. All I remember is that I played with a girl who was a devil. And I had fun. Also, there was one more thing. Her eyes were the same as yours, Primula. Something wasn't right about this. The awkwardness I felt when Narene moved next to us 2 months ago. The girl I met 8 years ago was Narene, but she wasn't Narene. Unlike Narene's beautiful red eyes, hers were a deep, quiet purple. It came to me when I remembered those eyes. That was Nicholas I met 8 years ago, right? The same eyes as Primula's, if that was how to identify homunculus. How was the second one made? What did the King of the Devil say? Wait, he's figuring it out now again? Cloning. What if she was a clone of Narene's DNA? What if the girl looked exactly like Narene? What if Narene inherited the memories of Licorice who had the same DNA? What if this is the whole reason we'd have to go through her route before getting to this one, because you're explaining it in this route as well?
わかってたんだ。
Not really, it was just a guess. There are too many things I don't know. Do you know everything? Primula nodded.
リコリスは、私のお姉ちゃんは、人工生命体の2号体だった。ネリネお姉ちゃんの細胞を元にして作られた。ネリネお姉ちゃんのクローン。体が弱くて動けなかったネリネお姉ちゃんの代わりにこの人間界に来て、それでお兄ちゃんに出会った。すごく楽しそうだったよ。お兄ちゃんの話をするお姉ちゃんは。だけど結局は死んじゃった。ネリネお姉ちゃんに自分の命と記憶を残して。だからネリネお姉ちゃんはこの世界に来たの。リコレスお姉ちゃんの思いを叶えるために。ネリネでありながらリコリスとして生きるために。私は知りたかったの。お姉ちゃんがそこまで好きになった七味リンっていう人間を、好きになるってことの意味を。そうしたら分かりすぎるくらいに私人工生命体だから。人間じゃないし魔族でも親族でもなくて、こんなこと言っちゃいけないんだって分かってた。言わないとおかしくなっちゃいそうで、自分で亡くなっちゃいそうで。だから。
Primula's small hands embraced me and she buried her face in my chest, her small body shaking. She said it so quietly that I could barely hear her. Oh my god, it's that music. No, 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 when? When's it gonna escalate?
一人は、いや、だけど、一緒にいてくれるのがお兄ちゃんじゃないなら、一人でもいい。
Seriously, why is it any time that anyone confesses to love, it's immediately followed by one of these scenes? Also, is this gonna take place here, or are they gonna go home, or what? Because if it takes place here, man, you're out in the open, man. That is just, man, no.
こんな感情、知らなかった。知る必要があるとも思わなかった。だけど、一度知ったら、もう止まってくれないの。
I was chasing this girl always. No emotion, no expression, no knowledge, she didn't know anything. That's why I followed her with my eyes. Well, because she had no emotion, no expression, no knowledge, and didn't know anything, that's why. Well, whatever. That was when I realized she was the closest person in my life. I couldn't think of myself without her. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, what? Meanwhile, Kaede is looking on at the scene, just teary-eyed, and then runs off. You just know it. Well, probably not, but I could totally picture that. I stopped imagining. Primula. Her shoulders shivered when I called her name. Then she looked up very slowly and timidly. How many times had I thought that her face was too beautiful, just like a doll? Primula gazed at me and I still thought she looked like one. But her face wasn't the face of a doll. It was just as beautiful as one, but it had the warmth of the humans. I couldn't let go of this girl anymore. I told you earlier, if you don't know then you're not at fault. It's more important that you've learned something. Being able to know, that's what counts. Such deep, vivid purple eyes as if they were sucking in everything and taking it away. As they gazed at me, I realized the unfortunate truth. I can't call Itsuki off for this anymore. What? I sighed, scratched my head to hide my oldness, then smiled wryly a little. Primula slowly closed her eyes. Her small lips trembled slightly as I placed my own against them. They were sweeter than anything, softer than anything, and hotter than anything. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Absolutely editing. Primula looked up at me with slightly scared yet anticipatory eyes. I think this is probably where we shall edit. My god. I was dreading this moment from the very start, man. Like, before we even got to this round, I was like, oh man, that one's gonna be like, no. That one's gonna be so wrong. Editing time!